welcome to Equestrian Life's fortnightly recap. We look forward to bringing this program to you tonight, and we've got some really interesting things for you guys to see. So sit back and enjoy. Okay, so we're here at the New South Wales Interschools competition and having a chat with Jet, who's just completed a prelim test on a buckskin pony race. How did you go, Jet?
Good, I guess. It was nice.
Yeah, she was really cute in the test, huh?
Yes.
So how long have you been riding dressage chess for?
Not long, but I've been riding her for a bit, doing dressage.
Great. And yesterday you did really well in the prelim test. You won the prelim test yesterday?
Yes.
That would have been exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. What is good about riding at a competition like this with all kids of your own age? Does it make you feel good?
Yeah, it does.
Better than open competition?
Yeah.
So do all your kids get together and barrack for each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do. So tell us a little bit about what it was like riding in that prelim test.
I reckon she was nice and smooth in all her things that she did, and it wasn't all choppy.
No, it was good, huh?
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
I've got my novice test.
This afternoon, yeah? And well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy the rest of the inter-schools competition.
Yeah.
So we caught up with Jess Rice-Ward. She's just returned from the New South Wales Indoor Championships at Tamworth. And she's the current Australian Junior Show Jumping Champion. And Jess, how many horses did you take to Tamworth and how did you go?
I took 3 horses to Tamworth, my team had 3. They all jumped amazing, I was super happy with them, and Dusky Farm Cavalier got a win on the last day in the the Young Rider Grand Prix, so that was really good.
And what about the grey horse, the beautiful grey horse from New Zealand?
Oh yes, my young one, I'm so excited about him. He just jumped around the junior for a nice class and he picked up a 3rd.
Fantastic. So obviously, with your head in a great place, when you come to a big show like this, it's not all about winning, huh?
No, some classes you just want to train your horse and school them and work on some new things, and then you save them for the big classes that you want to win and the memorable ones.
So you're here at the moment, living at Chatham Park and training at Chatham Park with George Sanner, and he was obviously up there helping you. Is that obviously works really well? So he helps you warm up before each class?
Yeah, he walks the course with you and then helps me warm up and tells me everything I need to know.
That's fantastic. So you're still at school, so integrating school with horses like this isn't easy, especially in the winter when it's -2 here in the mornings. So how do you get about working your horses and getting them done and being able to be successful as you are, as well as do school?
Well, my school's really supportive with my riding. They understand how important it is to me, but Mum is a massive help, and we get up early in the morning sometimes, but I have a lot of free periods and we work around the free periods, and the horses do take a little bit of a bigger priority, but school's still there and I do go when I can, and yeah.
So do you have any aspirations about when you leave school, what you might like to do?
Not really at this stage. There's a few things that I think about, but not completely yet.
And horses in the future now, you've just done that great show at Tamworth, which was a really good success. So what shows do you work towards now?
Well, in August we have some big ones like Waratah and Riders Series. They're sort of important enough, and then in November there's Oz Champs and the bigger ones.
So do you now start to work your horses with those big classes in mind? So you work about confidence. What do you work on each week?
Yeah, probably work up the heights to build confidence and then go back down, so we're super confident for the Australian Championships.
Fantastic. And how many will you take to the champs?
Just 3 at this stage.
Just 3. 3 is plenty to do, huh?
Yes.
Okay, Jess, well, good luck in your plight towards the National Championships, and congratulations on a great indoor championships. A win with that beautiful bay horse. It's fantastic. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your time and enjoy getting back to school.
Thank you.
So here we are at the New South Wales State Interschools Championships, and I have Andrew Webb, who's the event director working for Equestrian New South Wales. Welcome, Andrew, to EQ Life's wrap up for the week, and what a huge competition. How many competitors are actually entered over these few days?
We have about 500 competitors that have been here for the 5 full days of competition.
And what disciplines does this Interschools competition cover?
So on Monday we started with eventing. Tuesday we had combined training. Wednesday and Thursday are dressage and show jumping. And Friday is show horse and vaulting.
It's an amazing program and it's such a huge show to organise, but obviously the popularity of the Interschools is becoming more and more.
Oh, absolutely. We see it as a great pathway for children to progress to open competition.
So Andrea, tell us a little bit about the number of schools that have got children entered here and what types of schools there are.
So we have approximately 60 secondary schools and about 20 to 30 primary schools. The students are competing from years K to 6 in the primary section. The secondary section is actually divided into 2 groups, which is an intermediate section from years 7 to 9 and then a senior secondary from years 10 to 12.
So obviously there's children here of varying ages. What do they have to do to qualify to come to this competition?
So we do have a strict qualification process where we ask for children to be actually competing externally at the levels that they wish to enter. So for example, if they were in a prelim dressage class, they must have competed in a prelim dressage class either at their local dressage club or at an EA competition. The same with the show jumping. They have to have been, we want to see that the children are competent at the levels that they're competing at.
So you obviously see people in open competition, you see open competitions are run, and the Interschools obviously has a huge number of people and lots of children. Is there a great camaraderie amongst the kids? Do you find it a really enjoyable environment for everyone, or is it seriously competitive, or both?
It's a bit of both, Roger. The kids, especially when they've got large school teams, you'll see them come together and socialise, but then you'll see the children that may just be from one school or they might be homeschooled, and everybody helps everybody, and it's like their yearly camping trip. Where they bring their trailers and they've got their horses here and they all sit around their trailers and have a good yarn about last year. They have a yarn about where they're going to next. This is obviously a lead-in for selection for the New South Wales team to compete at the Nationals in Werribee in October.
So does that team comprise of the different disciplines?
Yes, it does.
So you have a dressage team,
we
a show
have an
jumping
eventing team at each level. We take 4 riders out of each eventing class. The same with the combined training class, along with the dressage and the show jumping classes.
That's fantastic. It's such a great movement.
Yeah, and it's hotly contested. Last year, we took about 80 children to Queensland for the Nationals last year. The state just got pipped by Queensland for second place overall. So we have always over previous years had very strong team to take to Nationals.
Fantastic. It's such a great movement, and I'm sure it's a great pathway for kids to get together and join each other's company, but not also that, but to be seriously competitive on the side as well, that leads them into open competition for Olympic disciplines.
It is, and it's a good beginning point for those children. So when we see those children who start in the primary age group, so I remember distinctly a young girl about 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, that I've been involved in Interschools, who was on a small pony and she was having a few problems, and I had a chat to her. Now she's in year 11 and she's out competing in open competition. She moved on to a bigger horse. She's the same child that she was all those years ago. But for me personally, it's great to watch these children develop and see their results externally. A lot of them have got aspirations to go on further. And when you see their results with their qualifications, you can actually see that they are competing externally at open EA competitions. It might be the Youth Championships, it might be the New South Wales State Show Jumping Championships, it might be Sydney Royal, for example, for the show horse children.
So the people, there's obviously children that are of lesser ability. Do they feel left out a little bit in the scheme of things? Because there's obviously very good riders from Interschools. So is the camaraderie and everyone helps each other to get better and better? Do you feel that is there, or do you think there is a little element of elitist?
No, look, I think the elitist, look, there are some riders, I wouldn't call it elitist. I think that the children come together, they do help each other. There is that let's help each other. Just to be riding at a state championships is an achievement for them. Some of them may not go on, but if they go home with a ribbon, then they know that they've performed exceptionally well.
Yeah.
And it's great to see the smiles on the kids' faces.
Yeah.
And I say to the children at presentations that if you may not have won a ribbon, but if you've improved your performance by 1% or 1 point or 1 second, then congratulate yourself on making that improvement, and next year you can come back stronger.
Yeah, it is fantastic movement. And out of interest, what's the most popular of the disciplines? As far as numbers go.
Well, we had usually eventing is quite popular early in the week. Dressage is very popular, as is show jumping.
Yeah.
So the three main disciplines for those Olympic disciplines.
That's great. Well done, Andrea. And I mean, it must be a huge undertaking for you and for all the volunteers and everyone that organises. It's just incredible. And I know the kids absolutely have an absolute ball here. And well done to you, and well done to EA New South Wales. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Roger. And, thanks to the team who have worked with me, because certainly I couldn't have done it without them, and the parents' assistance as well. So thank you.
Thanks, Andrea. That's fantastic. Have a good time.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed Equestrian Life's recap for the fortnight, and we look forward to seeing you here again in 2 weeks' time.